How to build $1 million brand on Amazon, or how to even start a brand. Where do you begin? In this video, I'm going to give you some powerful tips on building a powerhouse of a brand. Branding, super important, but how do you pick a really good brand name that customers will resonate with and make you stand out in the marketplace? How do you get a logo done, a packaging design done? I'll cover all that in today's video. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. Those of you who are my subscribers. My name is Ryan Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and coach. Right here on my YouTube channel, I release weekly video covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, and NFTs. If you enjoy that type of content, make sure to do me a favor right now. Give me a like on this video. It helps support my channel and bring you more videos like this one. And make sure to subscribe down below. It's free, and I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to press subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing and documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling, broke drug addict 8 years ago to being able to own and run multiple six-figure online businesses. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, well, let's jump into it. So what I want to start off with is just going over coming up with a brand. You know, doing Amazon FBA private label, the whole thing that we're doing versus like the other methods of selling on Amazon, like retail online arbitrage, where you're flipping other brands' products. Same thing with wholesale, where you're selling other people's brands or other people and brands' products. With Amazon FBA private label, we're coming up with our own brand name. You know, right off the bat, when you think about a brand, coming up with a brand, it may feel kind of overwhelming, but let me put it very simply in just a couple sentences. To start a brand on Amazon, all that is required is that you come up with a logo, you send the logo to your supplier, you have the supplier print that logo on your product and packaging, and then you submit pictures of that product with logo on it to Amazon, and they will approve your brand. Now you have started an official brand. Later on and later in this video, I'll talk about trademark and like making it legal and official, but that's essentially it. Coming up with a brand name that's available, getting a logo done, having the supplier put that logo on your product and packaging, and then submitting pictures of that product and packaging with logo to Amazon, and they're going to unlock your account so that you can now enter that brand name on your listing here. Like all these other sellers, your brand name will always appear right here under the title. This is Visit the Home Acre Design Store. So their brand name is Home Acre Design Store. Their company name is over here, Sold by Home Acres Design LLC. The company name, the sold by, your company name or your seller account name, you want to be different from your brand name because you may want to, under this one seller account or company, launch multiple brands, which you can do. You can have as many brands as you want in different storefronts under the same seller account, or set up a new company, business entity, start a new brand under a second seller account. The seller account name, guys, or the company name, don't really spend a lot of time on. The seller account name or your company name should just be your LLC name. It's not the important one. The important one is your brand name, the Homemakers Design Store, because that's the brand. The brand name goes on your product. It goes on your packaging. It's going to be printed. Like if you're doing this butter dish, it'd be printed or etched or engraved on the bottom of this product, and it'd be on your box and on your insert card, which we'll talk about. So the brand name is the important one. It should be different from your company name because you may want to launch multiple brands under the same seller account eventually. Now, how do you come up with a brand name? So I recommend at what point do you start thinking of brand names? After you found a product and you pretty much know kind of what category you're going to go into. So, you know, home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, tools and home improvement, they're pretty similar, but I would choose a brand name where you can launch multiple products under that brand. You don't want to have just, you know, a brand name that's called the Butter Dish Company. Now you're limited to only launch butter dishes, right? So we want to choose a brand name that's 1 or 2 words long, easy to remember. And then I'll show you here in a minute, there's no other live trademarks on it. The domain's available. And then that would validate that that's a good brand name. But easy to remember, 1 to 2 words. And the brand name is not so specific to the product. It's more for the category specific. So if you're launching your first product in home and kitchen, you know, something, a brand name along the lines of a home and kitchen brand would be a good idea. Okay, step number 1, coming up with a brand name. This is the first thing you'll want to do after you think you've found a potential product. How do you do that? Well, you can look at your competitors' brand names right here. We have Allion, we have Homemaker Designs, we have Creative Co-op, we have VV Me, we have Hansen, we have Priority Chef, we have Yesland, we have Oskos. Basically, the only ones I like here are the Heartland Home and the Homemaker Designs and this VV Me. Those are the three best ones because they kind of make sense. They're easy to remember or to read. So out of these brand names, these other ones like Ace Burger, not good. Land Dieu, not good. Not easy to remember and not easy to spell. And so that's kind of where my head's at on thinking of coming up with new brand names. You know, out of these, VV Me is the best. Homemaker Designs is the best. Priority Chef is not bad, but that kind of limits you to kitchen products for a chef. So I really like the Heartland Home, VV Me. Those are good ones. Okay, so you can use that, looking at your competitors' brand names to come up with ideas. Number two, where do you get other ideas? So you'll head on over to Google. You'll use the brand name generator tool. You know, select a couple different ones. There's some different brand name generator tools. And then you just type in, you know, home or Brian or designs. And then look at all these brand names and logos that it came back with. BRIA Designs. I like that. Brick Toast. That's a good one. You know, Brycon, that's a good brand name. My Brick, that's a good brand name. Brodogen, that's a good brand name. Bryancy, that's a great brand name. So you can see Bricko, Brickos, Bria Craft. These are good brand names. So use this tool, namelicks.com, to help generate ideas. And then once you think of a couple good ones here, like write down 3 to 5 of them that you like the best. I'm going to take this one, for example, Briency. And then the next step is come over to trademarkia.com and then type it in here. It's Briency, Enency. Type in your potential brand name on trademarkia.com and click on search. What I'm doing here is seeing if the trademark is already taken, if somebody has already beat me to this brand name and filed a trademark. In this case, it's coming back that says your trademark is available. File it in the United States now. That's a really good sign. So I would go ahead and use this brand name because the trademark is available. So that's a good sign. An example, if the trademark is not available, so let's do Dove. You can see here it says new application filed, live mark. All the Dove is taken. You would not be able to use Dove as your brand name because look at all these status trademarks. That there's pages and pages and pages, over 5 pages of registered trademarks on that name. I wouldn't even recommend going like Dove Home because your trademark may be blocked because it contains that word Dove, because Dove is trademarked, even if you added home. So choose a brand name where there's no other live marks on the entire thing and the like one of the words isn't trademark because that can block your trademark from going through. So just pick one where there's no results, okay? It just says your trademark's available, register now in the United States. Okay, we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna grab my new brand name that I really like. I figured out that the trademark is available. Next step, the domain name. Now, why do I recommend buying the domain name, the .com? A couple of reasons. Number one, eventually after you launch your first 3 products on Amazon under your brand, I recommend setting up your own Shopify store. And you need your Shopify store to have this domain, briancy.com, yourbrandname.com. You can see here that I can buy that .com for less than $10. I would add to cart and buy this right away. And now I own this domain. No one else can come next and buy it. So now the trademark is available. The .com is available. I bought the .com. And now I have it for eventually once I set up my own website, start selling on my own Shopify store, which you can do at any time. But I just recommend focusing your attention and your energy on launching the first 3 products on Amazon first and then launching your own website. Okay, so now that you've verified that the trademark is available and the domain is available, what is the next step? The next step is going to Fiverr and getting a logo design concept done. Now I have this person right here, Art Trends, that I use. It's about $25, $23 to have him do 3 modern logo designs. And he does really good work. So if you need his contact information, I'm happy to give it to you. It's this basic package for $20. And I have him design all my brand logos, simple, clean, modern. And then you have a logo. You have a professional logo done for your brand name. Then the next step is you'll download this source file called an AI file of your logo, and you will send it to your supplier. You'll send the logo design file to your supplier, the AI file, and they're going to use that file to print it out and attach it on your product and on your packaging. Now, on your packaging, we do want to get custom packaging if it is available. Each supplier has a little bit different requirements and MOQ, whether you have to order 1,000 or just 500 or only 300 boxes. But if it is available, I do recommend doing a custom box. So for the logo, it's $20, $25 to get 3 logo designs done. You can choose your favorite from the person I use here. And then how much for this custom box design? Anywhere from $50 to $100. You will need to get the die model file. It's like the die model file. It's a box template file that you'll get from your supplier that has the box laid out flat. That's the file you'll need to send to the Fiverr person to design your box design. So you'll go over to Fiverr, you'll type in box design, and then you can use someone here, like this one looks good, top rated seller starting at $20, and you'll send them that die box design file template to this person, and they'll design your box. Give them your logo, because now you have your logo. Give them some colors of your branding. Tell them what the product is. You can put a main image of your product here. You can put a couple main selling features. And then on the back, you'll have your FNSKU barcode. Once you create the listing, you'll be able to get that. And then you also want to do a thank you card product insert. You can have the box designer also do this thank you card. It's like a 4x6-inch card we need designed. Then you'll have your logo design. You'll have your custom box design, and you'll have your thank you card design. Those 3 files you'll send to your supplier, and then they're going to print or engrave or attach silk screen, heat transfer the logo onto the bottom of the product. They're going to either print the logo right on like a brown or a white standard box, or a custom box design if it's available. And then you'll want to do a thank you card as well. Thank you card product insert. Again, you just send those 3 files, logo design, box design, thank you card design, those 3 files to your supplier, and they will print it out and package it. You don't have to physically send anything on your end, okay? Then you'll order, even on your custom samples, guys, this is a really important point. On your custom samples that you order, you don't need box design, you don't need thank you card, but you do need logo printed on your samples. Because once your samples arrive with logo on it, you're going to need to take some pictures of the sample, just the product on your desk, take a couple pictures, and then we're going to need to submit this template right here. Dear Amazon, hope you're having a great day. I've encountered error 5665 when trying to create my listing. I'm hoping to obtain brand approval for my private label brand name, And then you'll submit this message right here, plus the 2 to 3 images of your product with logo on it to Amazon. And then in just a couple days, Amazon will unlock your account. Then when you create your listing, your new listing, you'll be able to enter your brand name here. If you don't get brand approval, they make you put in generic or NA, I don't have a brand. You don't want to do that. You have to and do want to get brand approval before creating your listing, because you can't change this later, and you don't want to use generic because it opens you up to hijackers taking over your listing. Finally, what I want to talk about is trademark. When is best to file a trademark? When I recommend filing a trademark is right after you create your listing and you have the ASIN created, or right after you launch. And I recommend actually using Trademarkia. It's $700 to $900 to file your trademark. You don't need to use the IP Accelerator program anymore. Just Trademarkia or LegalZoom. In 1 week after you file the trademark, within 1 week, you'll get the USPTO pending trademark number. And that's all you need to go through the Amazon brand registry application. And you'll get brand registry within a week after filing that trademark with your pending USPTO trademark serial number. And then, of course, with brand registry, I have other videos on my channel, but we get A+ content, we get brand analytics, we get brand dashboard, we can set up a storefront page, we can do sponsored brand ads, have a video, Vine program, brand referral programs, subscribe and save, brand catalog manager, brand search analytics. You get all of these other resources once you do get brand registry. So to summarize, we're going to come up with a good brand name. We're going to check Trademarkia to make sure it's available. We're going to get the domain name. We're going to get a logo design done. We're going to have the logo put on our product and packaging and our insert card by sending those files to the supplier. Then we're going to submit the pictures of our sample with logo to Amazon for brand approval. Then after you launch or right before, once the listing is created, you can file the trademark on the brand and get Amazon brand registry. If you have any questions, leave those down below. Be happy to answer those. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video.